Yeah, he don't. He don't. It's
I
just
think you don't get it.
he
Man,
missed my whole
yeah.
point was about
Black
you
men
know
are first
men.
of all, black men are suckers for love. Like
No, 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 bro.
the man would willingly lose his life over a woman. Like it's that bad. That's how much
Yeah,
black men love women. That he will lay
yeah,
down,
you're right.
and then he will lay down his life thinking she's never gonna find another man. He's gonna die for the woman today, and then tomorrow she's gonna be bending over for another man. Like that's crazy to me.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying is that you keep telling me that black men are in this chaotic state. You're right. Black men need to stop being these lover boys. And so they see these cheeks moving in the wind, them cheeks moving in the wind. And now you done got so stuck up off your principles. I'm just telling you is we need to get back to our principles and these women will fall in line, Boogie. I'm telling you they will. So we're the problem.
See,
Even in your narrative, Boogie, the men are the problem because they're the lover boys. The women just taking
so,
advantage of it.
so
I
let
agree.
me
I've already said.
can I say this, Boogie?
Go ahead,
Can I say
Riddler.
this, Boogie?
Go ahead.
And I agree with Boogie. I agree 100% with Boogie. Right? Women, men, but it's a biological imperative that you cannot all of a sudden just wake up and say, "Hey, I'm just don't want to need me a woman no more." That's something that's going to have to take time, right? Because one thing about it, the biological attraction alone, mixed with wanting a nuclear family, wanting to have structure, men are not giving up on that. And this is why we in these panels having these conversations and arguing back and forth with these women, right?
So hold on,
About
men don't
what
want
we want.
nuclear because you keep saying that, and it's not true. Men are willing to go out here and nut in whatever they want without the nuclear family. We gotta stop. Like where we're at today, men are not requiring nuclear families for their kids.
Yeah, well, because women don't want marriage anymore. Apparently,
No, but
they
that
don't.
but he keeps saying that men want nuclear families, and that's not true. Men are okay
So
with having his kids on this side of town, that side of town, and the other side of town.
No, I think
so with
men adjust. So I think men respond to whatever the way women behave, the way whatever women say, whatever women require. That's what men adjust to. If women woke up
yeah,
tomorrow and they said we don't want expensive dinner dates anymore, I think men would adjust. If women woke up tomorrow and they said we no more sex before marriage, all women, not just one, all of them, men would adjust and follow that. So
yes,
But that's
yes.
the flaw. The flaw in your thing is you saying men are need to adjust to the women, and it's supposed to be vice versa.
No,
Women's
no, we
supposed
don't.
to be adjusting to men. I'm just telling you right now. If every man stood on this principle, right? I'm not paying for another date unless I get some booty. And guess what happened? All these women gonna start giving up the booty.
I agree.
Guaranteed. So your principle, what you're saying, is not flawed, but it works the same way if men take the stand.
Okay, so it goes back to what I said, which I mean would make me agree with you for the first time in a lifetime. That, like what Miss Mariam just said, women are not going to change anytime. So as men, I think it's up to us to change, and either you don't spend the money, you don't let them just move in, and you don't let them just rely on you and have to go 100% of the bills. You got to make an invest. So I do agree. But let me just play this a little bit. And Iman, you need to get home because it scares me when whenever you're driving us. But let me play a little bit of this video.
Reality. That's not your reality. But
No,
when
I'm just
you
no, I'm just
when
giving
you
you.
go into
I
things
agree
with
with you,
genuine intent, when you go into it with genuine intent,
Shit.
sometimes things
I
work out,
do.
sometimes things don't. But you got to go in it with genuineness.
I think the loss of translation when the term go, that don't mean you necessarily actually go seeking someone. It just means that you open your decision for the person that actually came to you. So
Yes.
when I say go for them, is who comes to you, right? Who meshes with you? Do you go for the dude who is of less, but his character is stellar?
Mhm.
He presents himself to be a quality person.
Yes.
He's persistent, not in just his mannerism, but his actions and time and showing, right? And
Yes.
that could be translated across the board. There's psychopaths that are willing to do that. So
Mhm.
who should you go for is the question.
Hmm.
If you are a wise man, then you are for the most part able to tell who rocking with you and who just here for the
Yes.
ride. So like whether you put money on the table, whether you're not, you can tell if she's down for you. And if a woman is really down for you, whether you have money or not money, it don't matter. She'll rock with you in an apartment. She'll rock with you in a studio. She'll rock with you. The same woman will rock with you in a mansion.
Now, some women, to be honest with you, some women will say that, yo, I live in a tent, but you try to put them in a tent. Shit, they be. I was just saying that. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, like
I think a lot of women go wrong when they tell men what they want instead of just stop having
just go with the flow.
expectations and just see how he just moves without you telling him, and then you'll really get to see if he's really moving like out of your best interest or not. Like,
I agree.
I don't
with
know.
that.
It's not as hard as people make it seem. It's really not as hard. People make it hard.
I agree with that.
But the problem, but the problem with love is with love is that eventually it will disappoint you because that person that you're in love with is gonna die. So eventually it will hurt you. So sometimes it's better to not be in love.
mm.
Let me
That's
ask,
not true.
let me tap in. Hold on.
That's
Hold
real.
on. Hold on. You already know I'm coming to you. Jade,
Yeah.
should women prefer a rich man, a normal and generous man, or just a stable man?
So I really think it's all about perspective on like what the woman is looking for exactly, because there's women out here that want rich men, but typically the rich man can't provide the time and the effort, as like Mimi was saying. So if that's what she's looking for, if she just wants the money, then go for the rich man. For me, I would say the one that's normal and generous, because I feel like not only will he be generous with his finances in the sense of not just providing as far as paying for all the bills and things of that nature, but just being thoughtful with gifts, flowers random gifts, birthday gifts, things like that. That's being generous, as well as, filling the tank of like gas for your car, whatever it may be, being generous, but just being normal, having a decent salary to provide for himself and for you, y'all kids, whatever. Stable to me just means like he's stable. He could keep a job, whatever job that might be. He could pay for his bills for himself. He's stable. But for me, I would say a man that's normal, that's generous. I feel like that would probably be the most common for most women because, he's generous with his finances, but also his time too.
Yeah, but Jade, it was normal, generous, and rich, and then your option was stable. You had 2 options, not 3.
There's
normal,
3.
Generous, and rich.
Oh, no, normal and generous was one. Normal and generous was one.
You said stable.
Oh, hell, then I misunderstood the question.
No. The options are.
Nice try, Mimi.
No.
Normal and generous.
Listen, let me differentiate between the 3 because I think that we have a little bit of confusion. This is what the difference is. Rich don't necessarily mean generous. It just means that he has resources. So you may not ever struggle. That don't necessarily mean that you are going to be living a lavish lifestyle. But he rich, right? Normal and generous, it could be a person that's a hustler, but he may not necessarily be rich like the other guy. But he's a person that is very generous with whatever it is that he gets. It don't mean he always, hold on, it don't matter. It don't mean he always gonna be up. He may be down sometimes, but when he got it, he gonna make sure that you got it too, right? He gonna do whatever he can to make sure you get whatever it is that you want. All right?
Okay.
The stable guy is the person that is gonna have a pension. He gonna have a 401k. You're not gonna live a lavish lifestyle. He's not gonna be like the rich guy. He's not gonna be like the generous guy, but he is going to be responsible and you're going to have a roof over your head. All right. Those are the 3 choices. That's the context.
Okay. So there's no
Women don't want stable. Women don't want stable.
I changed normal and
they don't want stable because stability is boring to them. They want drama. They want drama.
Right.
So stability is out because that's too boring. That's too mundane. That's too. He gonna get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Stability is like the dad.
No,
Stability
that's
is
no,
like
that's
that.
routine. That's
But you know
routine.
what?
That's
Yes,
routine.
yes.
It's a
Women
good
don't want
thing.
Routine and no routine and
Listen,
stability are
women, we don't
different.
have order. We are very chaotic beings until we're not. But
Routine,
naturally, we're
and stability.
chaotic, and we
But
We
need the
are
man to
chaotic, but
bring
I
order.
disagree. I would say I'm like torn between the two because honestly, I want a stable man, like the 401k, having a pension,
Yeah.
like that's important for the long
Agreed.
Are you a
term.
homebody?
Agreed.
Are you a homebody though? Because I
I
think that
am.
will work for
She
women
got
who
the
are
home
homebodies.
thing
I
with
think
You
the-
that'll
know
be
what? But
perfect.
you know what? But also though, like
Blessed
I
house.
want a man that's generous and kind of like Hannah said, if my man falls short, I don't mind picking up where he falls short.
Yeah.
But he
They want it all, man. They want it all. They want it all. And I agree with this lady who just talked about that they don't like stable. It gets boring. At some point, I don't care how ungenerous the rich man is, but they would rather be with a rich man who's not generous because at least they know that the money is there. And maybe one day, just one day, he may be generous, but they're not going for just a stable, 60, 70, 80,000 guy who just pays his mortgage, comes home, maybe they go out once a month, maybe a $200 birthday gift, maybe one trip in 2 years. They don't like the stable guy. Let's just be honest. So I do agree with this lady, and she's right. These other women are copying. They're like, but I want a generous man. But sometimes what do you think?
So can I want to say this for ego. Let me say I know ego go off. So interpret it. Let's interpret this. What women are saying on this panel is they want a guy who's going to get them what they think they deserve, not what he thinks she deserves. So it doesn't matter whether he's rich, poor, long as whatever she demands, they want a yes man. They don't, if this guy can have all the money in the world and he says, "Oh, babe, I want this," and he says no, she no longer sees him as a valuable. You know what I'm saying? That's why they really don't like rich men, because rich men rich men are kind of tight with their money, right? They don't just give it all out. So the scammer, the guy he's up and down, if she says, "Well, I want this bag," he's going to go get it for her. So women they want a personal slave, but bottom line, right? They want a guy that's going to acquiesce to whatever their demands are. And this is a lifelong process.
So pay my bills and shut up, pretty much.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes.
let me see if y'all agree with this statistic. 50% of marriages end in divorce. You agree with that statistic?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Why don't we study the 50% of the people who typically don't end in divorce?
Well, I got that.
Hold on. Well, I wasn't looking for an answer yet. So what I want you guys to understand, the 50% of marriages that don't end in divorce are typically with stable men.
That's not true.
You gotta let us break that down, E. We gotta break that down. You gotta let us break that down.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna pause it.
Okay, so you want to go first, Boogie, or I'm gonna go first?
Yeah, because the assumption that the other 50% is stable, I kind of disagree, because maybe the woman makes more money now, and she doesn't. The husband doesn't mind her doing whatever she's doing. Are we talking about, are they in a sexless marriage, but they're staying together just because of the kids? Are we talking about the guy, would rather leave, but he's scared if he leaves, maybe the repercussions of losing access to his kids? Are we talking about they're staying together because they're in an open marriage? Are we talking about because of religious reasons? That's why they're broke, but because they have religious reasons and boundaries on both the man and the woman's side, they have to stay together, because some religions are really strict like that, especially arranged marriages. So there's so many ways we can look at that without just saying they're staying together because they're stable.
No. So hold on. Let me respond to what Boogie said. So I'm telling you, if you take the 50% and you pull these men work history, it's typically stable jobs. Is hey, this guy have been a nurse, a doctor, a electrician, a plumber. It's average people, and I know some people just don't have access to this type of information. Usually, the people that are quote unquote married to the end are with the men, and I'm not talking about the women. The men have stable jobs where you can count, you can see that their income been stable throughout that whole marriage.
Okay, so now let me get in. This is where happy wife, happy life. The other 50% that are making it is happy wife and happy life. Okay, they're letting her win all the arguments. They're not arguing with her. They're doing because this is how these marriages last. These other 50%, right? And we have to understand that the women are. This is why I tell you, women are running the marriages because they are women have the leverage and they squeeze that leverage every chance they get. And the men, because we're invested, plus, like you said, Boogie, the family, you don't want the family broken up. There's a lot of different things that us men, so we will take a back seat to her just as long as she ain't giving that coochie out. Just as long as the kids are in one house. She would disrespect you. She would belittle you. She would do all these things. The men would take it. Because number one, he loves her. He doesn't want nobody else to have her. And two, he doesn't want his kids everywhere. So are they stable? No, I believe the other 50% are unstable. Because if you're happy wife and happy life, and you're losing.
Yeah, I think what he was trying to say, which I see what he was saying, and I kind of agree. He's saying that his argument that the number one reason why those marriages are staying together, the other 50%, is because they have the man. He didn't say the household. He said the man has a stable job. I could agree with that. So maybe the woman is staying. But we also have to look at the fact that
that's not why they're saying, and that's where he was wrong. Because women will leave. You see that they're leaving anybody, right? They leave rich man. They leave.
I was about to say that. Yeah, well, I was going to say we can also see.
That's what the 50% that are making it. These guys are happy wife and happy life in it.
Yeah,
that's the only way to work it.
Yeah, I was going to say that the man may have a stable job. And maybe that could be one of the reasons. But I was going to say we have to actually dig deeper to see why actually they're staying together. And that's why I mentioned all those different reasons why they could be staying together. Because let's be honest, married men never come out to say exactly what they go through in these marriages. It's usually women who come out, oh my God, he was beating on me. He wasn't paying the bills, wasn't doing ABCD. He wasn't doing all these. Men get divorced and then they just shut up and they just go try to rebuild. Men never usually come out, especially on social media, and talk about how, she didn't give him sex for the last 6 months and shit like that. Men never usually talk about those things. They just move
Not only that, they would never turn the kids against the mother.
Exactly.
See, men, once again, a man, his wife would disrespect him and talk down to him and belittle him, and he'll take it. As long as she ain't going out and having sex with other men. Right? As long as the family's together. Men will sacrifice their ego, and what they truly stand for as respect-wise is to keep that household and that woman. And this is why the women are leaving, because they said, damn, I've been trying to run him off. I'm going to leave, right? Women have said, fuck, I'm out of here. I don't care. And that's why the consensus is, men shut down in a relationship. No, we don't shut down. We just avoid. We do avoid your personality, your unstable emotional roller coaster. We kind of just stay away from that. And then women look at that as, he's not paying attention to me. It's difficult, man. These women are running these shows. Bottom line is
also I think when a woman decides to get divorced, it's because she has already done the math to see if she's gonna win in divorce or she's not. Like what's in it for her to get divorced? Usually women actually talk to lawyers way before they make up their mind to to actually get divorced. So if the women are staying with these so-called stable husbands, it's because she has done the math and realized, you know what, at this point in time, it's not worth for me. It's not worth the time for me to get divorced. They sit down, do the math. Okay, if I get divorced, is there child support? No, the kid's already grown. Do I get spousal support? No, he doesn't make enough. Where am I going to live? They do all this kind of math. Okay, he's still paying my student loan debt. You know what? I'll just stay maybe for the next 5 years until he's done with the, okay, I'm now 60 years old. Where am I gonna go? All my sisters are dead. My parents are dead. Where am I gonna go? You know what? I mean, as well just stay here and not give him any sex. I'll stay longer. So there's so many reasons why women stay. But I think the number one reason, in my opinion, if she's staying with you, but she doesn't like you anymore, no more sex and things like that, it's because she sat down with a lawyer at some point or with her friends, did the math and realized, you know what, it's not worth it for me to get divorced. Let me just stay so Boogie keeps paying my bills. Because why am I going to divorce him and then try to get an apartment and start paying my own rent? So
and guess what that means, Boogie? That means she dogs walk him. She's going to run him through the mud. And this is what you call an unhealthy.
Yeah. Long term, it doesn't work.
Exactly. So them other 50% of marriages, a lot of them are unhealthy.
I agree. All right, let me play this a little bit more.
Generous. And if the man that's stable, that has the 401k, that has the pension, that's going to put me up in a nice house and it's a 9 to 5 or whatever the case is, that's good long term, but I want a man that's generous. So if he's not going to be generous, then I kind of got to go off to the generous and normal, because if he does fall off, I don't mind him.
I got you, Dalen. I'm about to pick you back up. I know y'all want a unicorn, right? Y'all want the rich and generous person, but I'm not.
Yeah.
The ex-con Marine who went to jail.
I'm not ready to do it. Y'all want a unicorn, but I'm not giving you that option because
no such thing.
I'm not gonna give y'all that option. So now I want to tap into T-Max. T, what do you think about what these women are saying? And do you believe them or do you not believe them?
I don't believe them at all. So at the end of the day, when it comes to generous, right, I think he's the most generous when he's trying to go get the most for y'all. Now, if you got a selfish motherfucker, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna be generous to the one that he loves, and he can be the most generous when he have the most. So like, if you just take it off percentages, period. If he's making the most and gifting you whatever he chooses to, that may be more than what the average man is willing to give.
Wait, Molly said they need a stud. Oh my God.
Hey, but as according to recent days, they've got a movement talking about they going straight because they tired of women too. So how that's gonna work?
I think we have a lot of traditional women on this panel.
I want to be.
And
I'm
it's
trying to
starting
be.
to show. And it's showing. It's
For real, because I know Quentin has said on Room 9 before that women want their men a little gay. And I think he's right. Women want a best friend in a man.
100% right.
Wait,
I thought it was funny.
Wait. Say what?
Quentin said, he said women want their man to be a little gay.
No,
I think he's right. No, he's right.
Using the
He's
wrong
right in the
terminology, but
sense-
when she said they
No, they try to force. They try. No. Women try to force. No, no. This is what it is. Evolutionarily, women try to force. They use that as a testing mechanism. Like they try to test you with those things, and if you go along with it, they end up repulsing you. But like you can't feed into
You said women want their men a little gay. I thought you said make their men a little gay. So I retract my statement. I feel like women like mothers make their sons gay.
but you're not talking about
feminine. I retract. I don't want my man even a little bit gay. Sorry.
Not even a little bit.
She was being facetious. She meant feminine.
Feminine. He
Yeah,
meant
I know what he
I know
meant.
what you mean.
Yeah,
but
they want a man to be their best
feminine.
friend. They want their man to be their
They
confidant.
don't really want
They
that.
want
They
their
don't
man
really want that.
to do all that. But when they do that, then you're too soft. So it's just like women don't want. Well, not all. They don't know what they want.
Most.
Okay?
When
They don't know what they want.
when I go with my wife, they get pedicures and manicures and all that so-called girly stuff. That's what they like. They don't like I don't know. You it's not gay, but you gotta be
A little
soft
feminine.
sometimes. You don't have to always be hard rock all the
No
time.
clear polish, please. No.
Yeah, do you get gloss? You get gloss or buff?
A
Yeah,
light
Shampoo,
buff.
that's the real question. You
I
get
don't
the
even
clear
offer
what?
that to men. A light
Shampoo?
buff. No
Shampoo,
clear
do you get gloss or
Clear
buff?
polish?
You get buff?
What you call it? The
Gloss
Clear?
or the buff?
We get the
what's
clear polish.
what's the
No,
one that
no,
lasts a
don't
long
say it.
time?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Gel?
Gel, I get gel.
Gel,
Gel, clear
What can
gel.
you be getting gel for, Sherry? Come on.
Ain't
It
no
lasts
gel.
longer. It lasts longer.
You want your shit all shiny and shit, man?
He needs-
Yeah.
he ain't coming to the right person. He should be coming
If it
to
ain't shiny, I ain't paying.
Let me see your nail count, Why?
Let me give you a nice buff. Them fingernails
Damn.
dirty as hell.
You need a good man. You need
My
a
nails
good
is
man.
clean. What are you talking about?
I like Destiny. She's the only one who's been saying the truth. And I think when she meant when she said that women want their men to be a little gay, I think what she meant is women want they
A
usually
bitch.
they want to turn their men into their
Into a
girlfriends,
bitch.
into their girlfriends, into their therapist, into their sugar daddy, into their father, into their cook. Because these
Yeah.
days women want men to cook for them. They literally want to turn a man into all. They get one man and they're trying to mold him into whatever they think a perfect man is supposed to be. And
Yeah,
if
she
you don't
wants to
listen,
make.
they call you
Yeah, she
controlling.
wants to make him a bitch. She want to make him her bitch.
Yeah, but then she's gonna get turned off eventually. So that doesn't make any
Yeah, then
sense.
she go get another dude. Yeah, once she conquers you, then she go to another guy and then the same thing.
Is that why they're attracted to men who don't want them?
Yes.
But
they want to.
see, oh my god, I get it. It's
They want. Listen, it's like a challenge, right? They're looking to conquer the guys who, because all these average guys who are ready to submit and do everything they want, they don't want them niggas. Y'all, you easy. I want Lil Durk. I want to take him down. I want him to worship the ground I walk on. I want to make him my bitch. This is why when these women do get these men, it don't work because the men are like, wait a minute, hold up. I thought you was really with me because you was rocking with me. No, I'm not going to stop, cut off all my options and change my whole life. And that's why they end up breaking up. Because one thing about women, they want to make that dude their bitch.
That's true. I mean, I say they want to make. Well, I use girlfriend, but I hear you. But I also think they want to make that guy into their therapist. So whatever she was telling her girlfriends, she wants to be able to come home and tell you. No, whatever she was telling her the therapist, whatever she was telling her girlfriends, she wants to be able to just come to you, and you're supposed to listen because they like for you to just listen and don't give them solutions. If you try to give them solutions, then they say you're not listening. It's just crazy. It's kind of like a backward kind of psychology, but it's just amazes me how to them it makes sense. How are you gonna get a gangster, a guy who's in the streets shooting people, and you're trying to turn him into a nice guy? Like that doesn't make sense.
Because it makes them so the guy in the street, she doesn't like anything about that lifestyle he's living, but he has the looks, he has the aesthetics now, right? So she's gonna let him in and figure I can fit him into this box, right? So this is why the arguments are always happening, right? Why you always want to go out with your friend? Why you want to go hang with? Why you right? These relationships never work. So the women are looking for personal slaves. And if you get into a relationship, she's going to move to that position, or try to move to that position. If she doesn't get that position, she will leave you.
Yeah, but also it's it's uh it's funny because eventually they want that real nice guy when they're done with trying to mold men and things like that. Then they come back later. I mean, who knows? Maybe 50, 60 years ago, 60 years later, then they want the nice guy. It's just weird how it
No,
works. It's
no,
just
Boogie. So what you? No, they don't want the nice guy until they're like 60 or 40, 52, 53. When they just want somebody to, and then they're gonna dog walk his ass, talk shit to him, and belittle him every day, because she's gonna resent him because she couldn't get the guy she wanted or couldn't keep the guy that she actually really loved, right? And so it's a good guy who gets this woman, he's in trouble. He's in trouble, man, because she's going to make him. She's going to push him under the house. Most of these guys are friend zone, okay? Women put these guys in the friend zone because they know this is someone that I can crush if I don't get what I want. That's why they friend zone them.
Oh, we got somebody ruthless. I think you got somebody in the chat that knows you. Just being Jazzy podcast.
They're probably some of my old fans. I got a lot of. I'm very high.
Jazz, want to join the show? I can put the link down below for you. All right, I got another video here. They're talking about the protection. You know how women scream, protect us, but they want you to protect them without saying nothing. In other words, be willing to die for me, but don't tell me what to do. Isn't that crazy too?
Well, you can have that's interesting. Interesting.
Let me play it.
You guys agree with this statement? And two, what do you guys think about the sentiment of the statement? Do you think this is true? You can't protect what you can't correct. Thought?
I feel like it's true.
Callie?
True.
Aaliyah?
True.
Coco? True statement? So, do you think that? Because, let me ask you guys another question. Is protection to be provided for women by men, in your estimation? Thought?
I'm thinking. I guess.
And should give protection to women?
Oh, yeah, they should.
Cal?
Yes.
Aaliyah?
Yes.
Coco?
Yes.
Based on the current landscape, and you're assessing our people 99% of the time, right? So I have to say that at this point. Do you guys think most women qualify for said protection? Sword?
I do.
Cal?
Yes.
Aaliyah?
No.
Coco?
No.
Damn. Now, if you cursed, would you have said hell no? I heard a little bit of oomph there. All right, so Coco, let's open the floor. Why don't you believe, and I'm saying believe because of the etymology of the word, right? Why most women don't qualify for said protection? Relly was good.
Because most women don't want to be corrected and rebel against correction. So if you're not going to allow yourself to be subject to be corrected, then no, you shouldn't be protected. Or at least I'm gonna leave it as that.
So you're saying they don't want to be corrected, so how can you protect that? I guess it's simply based on the statement. Are there any other reasons why you think they may not qualify? Or is that the only reason you need?
Yeah, it really is. Because to be corrected shows that you're able to be self-accountable, that you're able to submit, that you're able to admit that you're wrong and that you need direction. So if you can't do those things, how can you be protected?
Do you think most men qualify for submission?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It definitely is. No. Answer it for her.
The broadcast.
I'm sorry, when you say most, 50 out of 50?
I'm saying more than 51%.
I'll say yes.
Okay. What makes you say yes?
Because most people are average. Most people are at the same level. So if I take an average man and an average woman, then yes, she should be able to fall under his leadership or correction. Because it's not that she knows much better than him. If they're at the same level, then naturally men are in more leadership positions than women.
Okay. Go ahead, Saw.
I'm just confused because how is most people average and most men and women are on the same playing field? So if most men are or should be able to get submission, then that also states that most women should be able to comply. So it doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, When most people are average intelligence, make average salary. In terms of morality or integrity, it's most people do good and bad. That's just on average. Then you have
So
a few
on
people that are
average, if most
exceptional.
men are able, so on average, if you say that this requires submission because this is what average people do, then that also states that women are able to submit and that they are able to give correction and that they do require and can get that protection from the man because they are at the same level playing field that you
Well,
see.
they are able to. If they do it is another question. I think that is the issue. Because if they
Okay,
were
so that's my
if
issue that most men they're not able to get the submission
well, I'll
because
say this.
they don't require, they don't have what they need to provide it.
I think most women rebel against men and authority, especially now because we have the freedom to. And it takes, because we fight against our nature, I believe so, that causes us to not want to submit and to comply under a man. And so when that happens, it's not that we don't have the ability to, we just choose not to for most women.
That the majority of women should just submit to the majority of men, just on GP.
Yes, I do.
A girl.
For a woman to submit to him, what's the qualifiers for a woman submitting to a man? What's the qualifiers for like a woman submitting to a man? What do women need from a man for them to submit?
You tell me.
Well,
what did your man do for you to submit to him?
He's just my man.
Oh,
so
what are we talking about?
I don't know what you mean. Like you said,
I'm asking you to answer the question that you just asked us. So what
But
did
like,
your man do
why I gotta
to
answer my
get you?
question? I'm just trying
Because
to.
I just want to hear your answer. What did your man do that
Already
you felt
answered.
like you wanted to be the submissive lady?
He's just
He's
my
a man.
man. Don't know. Like, he's just my man because we're together.
So because if we gave you that answer, Leah, you're going to tell us that it's not sufficient.
Well, can you answer it first and then I'll tell you?
No,
my
I would
response
like to
what
hear
it is.
your response because you always hear our response. So I would love to hear your response to the question. So what
She just answered. She said, "He's my man, so I'm going to submit." But this one doesn't want to answer why she doesn't want to submit to a man. This is crazy. Oh my God. So they hate that woman because she's submitting to a man because he's the man. In other words, there's supposed to be some other qualifiers for them to submit. So that's the condition of femininity and the condition of submissiveness. If that's the kind of submission women are giving out, I don't want it. If you're going to submit to me because I've done A, B, C, D, that means if tomorrow I don't do something, then you're not going to submit. That's crazy.
What did your
But it's
man
not-
do to get you to submit? It's a simple question, just like you asked us a simple question.
I answered you though. I already answered you. I said because
So he was just your man.
Oh, because he was just a man.
So my answer to my question is he was my man.
No, she doesn't. She agrees with Coco. So she agrees that most men qualify for mission in the same guise as what Coco said. So if you disagree, what would be how would a man qualify? Men that you say are in the minority, what do they do in your estimation that qualifies them for submission? Todd or Kelly?
By being my man.
Yeah, he just my man. I'm gonna submit. It's that simple, right?
Well, is it, or do you think it's more substantive than that?
I like to hear what the experts say.
Oh, real quick, that was Aaliyah's answer. What's your answer?
No, I'm being facetious. I would like to hear their answer, the experts' answer, since
I'm trying to learn tonight.
I'm a student.
Well, let me ask you a question. What would a man have to do for you, Saud, for him to qualify for your submission? What does he look like?
I answered it. Be my man. Yeah.
Well, because they believe the majority of the men qualify for it just by being men. But do you disagree with that statement?
So I think it takes a man to be a leader. I don't think most men are naturally leaders, not in this day and time. So I think that's the most important thing. I don't think most men have a solid basis of foundations of like morals and principles that they really stick to and they live by. That's one thing for me. So that's two for me. Got a couple other people up here.
Did you hear what she said? She said men should be naturally leaders. But when it comes to women, they're not supposed to be naturally submissive. So condition, submission and femininity.
I don't understand. Women have never submitted to men ever.
Like naturally. So you're saying they've always submitted
never
on conditions.
Never. They come in. Women always have voiced and wanting to be part of the say what goes on in the household and those this that, right? Grandpa used to give the checks to mother, right? She used to give the checks to grandma. Again, she paid all the bills and made sure, right? So the submission is to the journey, right? Not necessarily to the man. If the journey is good, if all things are going, I would say, to the point of survival, and they don't have to have roof over their head, they got those things, women to submit to that. If this was back in the days, if they were, I would say, comfortable, right? But it didn't mean that women weren't having children by other men either, right? It didn't mean that grandpa didn't have a family on the other side of the tracks. It just meant that they were together for the sake of the family, and it just was a good look. But back to the submission part, women have never and will never submit to men unless under some, like getting arrested or something like that. They don't. They're always looking for equality, or in most cases in 2026, to lead. And this is the conflict which we're having with men and women, right?
So you think
women aren't looking for leaders.
So you think men should stop asking for submission from women? So then what should they ask for?
Men never ask women for submission. Remember, Boogie, the average man that dates a woman, he acquiesces to her standards, right?
That's true. No, so I'm talking about, okay. That's
See,
true.
this is the thing.
You're right.
Yeah.
On that. The average
So
man.
this is what we do.
Yeah, the average guy doesn't have these conversations with a woman. You
Right.
gotta submit
Right.
to
He
me.
don't.
You gotta be nice to me. But
Right.
the thing is, the average woman has the conversation of, you gotta pay my bills. You gotta be a leader. They literally say those things on dates. What do
Yes.
you do for work?
Yes.
How long have you been there? Do you
Yes.
believe in treating your woman? Do you believe in worshiping your woman? Do you believe in taking care of your woman? They do ask these questions. So maybe men should start asking those questions too.
No, it won't happen because men are in a deficit. Because women's options are so many, overwhelmingly. Men are throwing themselves at these women, throwing money, their time, anything to get to these women. These women, they don't want them, but they will leverage these guys, right, against a guy who's trying to be a player or trying to, like, you know what I mean? So the guys are coming in a deficit. So it's no man, when he dates a woman, he's gonna say, "Hey, are you gonna be submissive to?" It's the relationship. She will block you, right?
Yeah, of
That's
course. Okay, so
just
men
never
should
going to
get
happen.
their money up. Men should get their money
Listen,
up. And
this
have
is
the leverage.
let me break it down to you, Boogie. This is the process. Men already come in showing that we're providers. That's why we pay for the dates without, right? We don't have conversation. Oh, well, who's going to pay? You want to go Dutch? You want to go, right? We never have that conversation. We already know what our role is, right? We submit to what, okay, we actually, we're going up to, we know we got to approach and we got to make the first move. Submission, right? Hey, would you go out with me? Then we go out, we already know we're paying for now. Once we do all that, right? Let's say we do this for 2 years, right? 2 years, we invest in this woman. She's,
true.
you know what I mean? We're not going to say to her in 2 years, so are you going to submit to the plan? Here's my no, because why? Most men, they think they can't live without a woman or they really need this woman. So
That's
therefore they know that this woman has an ego. They see she probably breaks up with them through the course of relationship all the time, leveraging, hey, I'll leave you if you don't treat me the way you want me to treat you. And men acquiesce to that. Like, you know what? I'm going to make her happy because I need this woman. So
Yeah, but I think
women
it's-
have never.
So I think there are two options for men. Either you gotta speak up and ask for the submission, or you gotta make your get your money up. And you know,
Even if you ask for the submission, Boogie, it doesn't matter
you're probably not gonna, that's true. You're probably not gonna
because
okay. So
she
that
has
leaves,
autonomy.
so that leaves the money.
She has full autonomy. No, she has autonomy.
That's true. Yeah, you can't.
So
yeah, you know,
yeah.
I've said this before, that you can't
Yeah.
really make a woman do nothing. You can't really make her do anything. So I guess it goes back to the whole thing we've been saying. If she doesn't do what you want. So in other words, I say, don't tell a woman what to do. Tell her your boundaries. You say, my woman, I will expect my woman to do ABCD. And if she doesn't do ABCD, come out. Don't tell her I want you to do ABCD. Just tell her, hey, these are my boundaries. She can either do it or not, and then you can move on. But it's just crazy that they expect a man to be naturally a leader. Look at her
No,
face.
so
Serious.
this is what men do. We try to buy loyalty. We buy exclusivity. See, this is why we're paying all those bills. This is why we're doing this, to possess her as
So she
ours.
can like us.
Right.
So that's why I hate
Right.
people who say find a woman
Right.
who likes you for you, because she doesn't like you for you. She likes
She can't.
something about you.
She like what you could do for her,
And
and
if
she
you
thinks
stop doing
she
it,
deserves.
she's gonna stop liking you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Now,
That's why I
yes,
hate people who
facts.
say find a woman who
Facts.
likes you. She likes me for now. There's gonna be
Yeah.
a time when she doesn't like me. That's why I've
Right.
always told guys who claim, I see it on social media every time a man says these women they're all about the money, and then the men in the comments are like, that's because she doesn't like you. Find a woman who likes you for you. And I tell them, okay, let's say she likes you for whatever reason. Okay, she likes you for you. Whatever you're doing, stop doing it for a month. Stop doing it for 2 months, and let's see how much she likes you for you. And they never try that movement. Obviously, they've been down that road, but it never works out.
Okay, so last thing before you go, a woman never likes a man for a man's character. She's looking for a certain role for this man to play in her life. Now, some women are various. Remember, we talked about earlier how it varies between on different women, right? Some women prioritize money as a very high point. Other women prioritize time and energy, but she never, ever solely going to get with you because she likes your character, personality. No way. She likes you because she feels everything, her emotions, and she feels that if her feelings are tied to you, then you got a chance. For but how long that's going to last? that's that's subjective. But
you know what's scary? I think this
Yeah.
scares most men to know that a woman, because I don't believe this is true for men. I think this is only true for women. To know that a woman could literally worship the ground you walk on today. Today is Tuesday, wherever you're watching from. That she can like you or do everything for you, cook for you, give you some good bedroom activities, do everything you're asking her on Tuesday, and then by Wednesday she wants nothing to do with you.
you know why
And
that
you've
is,
been
Boogie?
together for, let's say, even for 10 years. That scares most men. But most men
You
don't
know, you know
believe
why
that.
that is, Boogie? You know why that is, Boogie?
Tell me.
Because women are tied and enslaved to their emotions. When you marry a woman or get in a relationship with a woman, you're getting a relationship with those emotions and those feelings, right? Which we know are fleeting. So therefore, once her feelings are compromised towards you at any moment, it's
You're
almost
cooked.
like you're dead. Yep, you're
You're
dead.
cooked. Like
That's
she's
why.
never.
Yeah.
That's why I think every man who wants to get married and needs to go to a divorce court, needs to go to child support court, just sit in the back and watch how these women who once loved this man are treating him in divorce court. I think every
Boogie.
man needs to have that experience at least one time before you say I do,
Boogie.
before you walk down the aisle with this woman. Go
Boogie.
to divorce court and see all these women who claimed they will never leave this man, how they're
Boogie.
treating him in divorce court.
Boogie, Boogie, that doesn't matter. Men love being used. They want to be used with care, though.
So okay, so I guess that's something I said before on Ali's channel, and they came for me when I said women are smarter than men when it comes to relationships. Women never really put their heart into something. Like, that's why she can like you today and then tomorrow she can switch up just like that, and you're wondering, what, we were good just yesterday, how come they
Yeah.
never really put their all? They take it day by day. But men get with a woman and you're planning 5 years from now all the kids you're gonna have with her, how everything is gonna be so good, how you're gonna grow all together. Like, men plan way ahead of the future. with the life they're going to spend with this woman. This woman is living for today. Okay, did he pay my bills today? Yes. Okay, I'll stay with him an extra day. Did he pay my bills today? Oh no, he lost his job. Oh no, I'm out. So they live day by day. Men are living in la la land. So I think, how much do we have to blame Disney for that? I don't know, but it's really that bad.
You're absolutely right, Boogie. You're absolutely right. We men are so delusional. We think that women are not, the woman that we pick is not capable, never her, until it's too late.
Yep.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do these things have to be had by both parties, or does a man just have to have those traits?
I feel like both parties needs to have it.
Okay. So you're saying the men don't have standards, nor are they natural leaders, therefore they don't qualify for submission. Yes? Is my summary good or fair?
So that came to my mind.
No, I'm saying I'm summarizing what you said. That's fair. What I said.
That's fair.
Callie, what say
Definitely
you?
standards and standards, principles, follow through, vision. You gotta know where you're going. Where am I following to? And you don't even know where you're going. I'm following you where. You know what I'm saying? Integrity is a big one for me.
So he has to be honest with himself.
Mhm.
He has to be honest with himself.
Yes, honest with himself first. Because if you can't be honest with yourself, you can't even be honest with me.
I got a follow-up question, but I'm gonna hold it because Coco wanted to say something. Then we'll get Krishana in. Krishana, was goody?
Hey,
Good. Coco, do you remember what you were trying to interject?
Yes, I think most men are raised to know that they need to be in a position of leadership, like to take care of a family, to know that it's on them, that burden falls on them. I said years ago when I got married that men take marriage more seriously than women because there's more of an onus on them. I think women stick to the fantasy of what marriage is, and men know I'm gonna have to take care of this woman, I'm gonna have to put my life on the line, generally speaking. And I think in the current age, women aren't taught what it means to be in a relationship or under submission to a man. Women are taught that a man should cater to their needs, their wants, and if he doesn't do that, then he's no good. And if he messes up, he's no good, and he shouldn't. And most women be with a man that does not show good leadership. But they choose that man because it gives them an excuse to leave him and say, well, he didn't possess leadership qualities, so I should leave him.
How would either of them know what leadership is? They ain't got no leader in the house.
That's a good point. I think, so this is what I see happening. I see that, especially boys growing up, if a boy grows up with a man in the house, that man is telling him, this is what you should do. This is how she act. This is how she should treat your mother, your sisters, women, blah. And then boys who don't grow up with that, either through society norms or growing up with these boys, see, hey, these boys kind of act different. I know I'm doing my thing, especially when they get into high school and up. I'm doing these things, but I'm seeing how older men and or certain men, especially if they're in sports and sex, and how they're supposed to be. Now, I recognize that, but because I didn't grow up with that, there might be a conflict. They may not generally know how to, but they know that that is what they should do. Choose to do it. For some that didn't grow up with their fathers and or are led by women, ran households, will be a bit difficult. But I know that, well, I suspect that either way, in either position, they generally know, and the world will tell them that this is what your role is. This is what you should do.
But you just say they don't know how to do it.
She's saying that society helps mold the mandates of the societal norms that exist. So they'll be around men, and society will tell them what their role is and what they need to accomplish, right? Society has a way of forcing men in those particular roles because of the expectations put upon men is our basic sentiment. I wanted to ask a question, Saad. Is it congruent, your statement? So if you're saying, right, because when you were asking Coco, if the men are average and the women are average, then it's that, right? So if the men are unqualified, does that also mean that the women are unqualified for protection?
We all on the same playing field, correct?
Do you agree?
I do.
So you retract your initial women do or don't deserve protection?
I don't retract that. We do deserve protection, bottom line. Now, as far as the qualifications, I don't know. What are the qualifications for protection?
So it's not congruent then. So
Oh, no.
because you were saying it had to be in agreement with what Coco was saying. And so by proxy, if you're holding her that standard, you would hold yourself to the same standard in which if the men are unqualified, then the women don't qualify.
I see the logic, but I don't get it because I don't know, maybe it went over my head.
So you feel like women just off GP reasons deserve protection just because?
Crimson, what's up? Go ahead. Sorry, Leah.
No, because what I'm getting from what Saad is saying is that she feels women should just automatically get protection, just off for it. So whether we qualify or not, we should just be protected. Period.
When it comes to protection, I don't think it's I don't understand what the qualification is. I think about protection. I think about kids, elders, and women. So when we talk about these qualifications for protection, women are the most unprotected class. So I'm just confused with, you're shaking your head for what don't you agree with?
I don't agree that women are the most unprotected. I believe that there's systems in place in the government to protect women.
No, ma'am.
I believe that most men, if they see a woman in a dire situation, would protect women. I don't think that women are just left out. I think the women who are left out are who constantly rebel against men and put themselves in compromising situations more times than not.
That just pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. Because for you to live in 2026 and feel like women are just so protected and we could just walk outside and nothing. No, every time that we walk, you basically did. Every time you said that there's laws in place that basically protects us, and that if we're acting out of character or whatever your terms is, we're the ones to blame for this, whatever protection that we don't get. Doesn't make sense to me.
I didn't say acting out of character. I'm saying putting yourself in compromising situations.
What would be those compromising situations?
No, listen.
To be a human and go outside?
No, not that. Physically attacking a man, being out in crazy hours of the night where violence and harmful people lie, that's putting yourself in a precarious situation.
That's living life. So you're telling me it is living life. So you're telling me if I have a job that I have to go to, and God forbid it is at the wee hours of the night, that I'm putting myself in danger because I have to go and work?
You are increasing your risk.
At wee hours of the night. So why are you working that late?
Because I'm getting it.
I don't know, because at times people on the phones can't hear everybody. Aaliyah, can you hear everybody? You have a bit of a delay. Go out and come back in, because we need that question that you asked in the middle of the conversation, but you got a little bit of the delay, just a little bit. Okay. Coco was responding. Do you remember what you responded to, Coco?
Yes. So again, if you are working in the nighttime, you know that your guard and your defense need to be up more than if you were working during the day. That's not to say that you're intentionally looking for harm. That's just to say you're an increased risk because more violent activity and crimes happen at night.
And I understand that, but
also they keep screaming, I'm independent and strong and I'm smart. I got all these degrees. I make the money, but then they want men to protect them just because. Plenty of men have died because they're trying to be the superhero to a woman they don't even know. Like, for example, if I walk down the street and I see a man attacking a woman, I'm calling the cops. I'm not going in to be Captain Saver, you know what? I'm calling the cops because I could get killed, literally. And guess what? She's gonna go back with that guy to their house, and he's gonna clap them cheeks the same night. And so I lose my life because I'm trying to be a man protecting a random woman. What is she talking about? So men are just supposed to protect any woman they see because they are women. What do men get in return? And that's what men have been asking. If I'm going to put my life on the line for a random woman who can't even say hi to me, who can't even smile to me, what do I get in return? That's all men have been asking for.
So you have to understand, right? Women, they have a worship. They want to be worshipped. They think they're goddesses. So that's why they stay still. When women, just like in a marriage, right? A woman demand everything from a man, right? But she won't do the free stuff for him. You get what I'm saying? Because everything she demands from him and he gives it to her, she feels she deserves it. Because she's the what? The queen. Right? Same thing. Women are they're in a worship mindset. They think man should bow down to them. They think man, and this is why they expect to be to protect it, even though they are not qualified, right? But you got to remember, women, men, and I have to blame, now this is where I have to put the men on this, kind of blame the men a little bit, right? Because men worship the ground these women walk on. They empower these women so much. Oh, you know what I mean? You can, we want you to be the best you can be, and you're our queen, and you take off our shoes, and you know what I mean? So we kind of placate to that delusional mindset, and women are taking it and saying, look, we expect this. So, unless men are going to start worshiping these women, the women are going to keep demanding the sun, the moon, and Mars from them.
That's true. But you know what? One thing I do like is the fact that it's actually a married woman going now. Obviously, I don't know if she's married. This one is married or not. I know Coco is married. I've seen her on panels before. But the fact that it's a married woman telling these, I'm going to assume she's a single woman, telling single women that you don't deserve protection just because you're a woman, that makes me, and you see how she's fighting her, because it's just simple logic. Like, just because you're a woman, that doesn't mean a random man should just protect you. A random man you can't even smile at because, it's just not worth it. I wouldn't tell and advise any man to put his life on the line for a woman he doesn't know. Now, if it's your mom, your wife, your sister, maybe even a coworker. But even then, you know what? I would probably put my life on the line for a female boss before I put my life on the line for a female coworker. Because if I save my boss, she may give me a raise. She may give me shares in the company. But if I try to die for my female coworker, she's gonna go home after I lost my life, and the boyfriend is gonna clap her cheeks the same night. So I'm not saving no random women. I'm gonna be honest, and I don't think that's smart for any man to do. So many men have lost their lives because they're trying to protect a random woman. It's just stupid. It's just crazy. But the fact that women actually expect it. The way she thinks is how most women think, that a random man should just protect me because I am a woman.
But you got to also remember that this is what her mama and her daddy taught her. Remember, this was engraved in the women and men. Hey, protect your sister, right? How many women tell me, oh, I'm going to call my brother?
Yeah.
Or I'm going to call my dad, right? This is what we have displayed to them. And all they're doing is taking what we give them. Simple. What's up, Savage?
Give me 1 second. Let me just put another video and play it as I put my thing. Real quick. Let me just put up another video real quick right here. Guys, like the video, man. I appreciate you guys for being here. Like the video. All right. This one is going to be good, man. This one is going to be good.
Realize I am not a traditional woman. I do not see myself living that stay-at-home, cook and clean, fully dependent lifestyle. That's just not me. I like having my own money, my own motion, and I like knowing that if anything ever happens, I'm still solid on my own. I don't want to feel like I need someone to survive, and I don't want to feel stuck somewhere because I can't afford to leave. I want to be able to choose someone, not depend on them. I'm a hustler by nature. I like building. I like working for my own things. And it doesn't mean I don't want love, but I don't want to shrink myself to fit into a role that doesn't feel natural. That traditional lifestyle works for some women, but it won't work for me. I would literally be miserable.
I just need to be by myself. I am of no use to a man because a man wants a woman that is of use, and I am of no use to a man. Pretty worthless. I don't really like, I'm going to spell it backwards. XES. I believe that I am ASEX. EXUAL. I don't get urges. I don't want to perform bed worship. I don't want to hunch and holler. I love being single and celibate. I'm 3 years, going on 4 years, single and celibate. I have turned down dates, phone numbers, all the likes, because I'm not the romantic type. I'm not I'm not wifey material. I'm not girlfriend material. I ask questions. I'm not agreeable. I'm not overly accommodating.
Wow. Wow.
So, two different women, two different perspectives, but both of them came to the conclusion that neither one of them are traditional. So my question, just to start off the night, because we're going to navigate through these topics that kind of intersect with each other. My question is, are traditional relationships and marriages officially dead? The traditionalism of what we define a relationship to be, is it officially dead?
Yeah.
For the feminists, yes. Those are the ones that don't want to be married anyway. So why make a video about it? Just get your animals, do your own thing, and just, why you got to tell the world about it? Like, why we got to know? Why we got to know?
I'm seeing
That's all
more
I
and
got.
more women have some of these same characteristics in this mindset, though. Like, I'm seeing less and less destinies and more of that, what we just seen. And I'm trying to understand, is that the norm now? Like, if I had to judge and evaluate and say, is it more women like that lean more traditional, want to be in a marriage, want to be in a relationship, and if they are in a marriage or a relationship, do they do the traditional things, or is it more women that just kind of want to do their own thing? They don't want to depend on a man. They don't want to put all their stock in that, and they just kind of want to do what they want to do.
Well, I see. The first girl, I've
If they
seen
want to do
that
what they
for a
want to
long.
do and get what they can get out of men, but they don't want to do what they need to do to keep the man. I think it's, they want their cake and they want yours. They want yours too. They want their cake and they want yours too. I think that's really what it is.
Well, the first young lady
That's
didn't
all I
seem.
got on it. That's all I got.
The first young lady, she seemed like she was,
You
you
know,
know, she doesn't want to be vulnerable. She doesn't want to be, you know.
Go ahead, Shampoo. She can't hear.
She doesn't want to be vulnerable. She wants to be, you know what I'm saying? And I can understand what she was saying. That's a lot of women that don't want kids, that don't want relationships because they don't want to, like she said, she don't want to fit in that type of box. I don't understand it. But I'm a pretty traditional type of guy. And I don't think it's dead. I don't think it's dead. I just think people are getting more independent. And that could be a good thing. But the second girl was sad to me. I don't know. I never heard that before. How she was.
It's happening. It's happening everywhere.
It's about celibate, like, and just I don't want to even like. What is that about?
Gas. They're not checking for gas no more.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before.
I think that they are having sex. I think that more sex than ever is being had.
Even that the last girl, the last young lady.
I think that more sex than ever is being had, bro.
Oh, okay.
I think they're not checking for average guys. That could be the difference. Because they're checking for the rich men, they're checking for the, and I'm not talking about terms. Yeah, sure, they don't want the marriage, maybe they don't want to be tied down because it comes with responsibilities. So they don't want the marriage and all those things. They don't want the traditional things because it comes with the responsibilities. Either staying home, cooking for the man, having to listen to the man, having to let the man be the leader, but they want to go 50-50. But they're checking for the rich man for sure.
So let's good conversation. So let's break this down. Let's walk this down, Boogie. Number one is, okay, this is the problem that women are running into. Even if they get the guy that has all the things they want, right? They want to run it, right? They still want to run the guy. They still want to run a relationship. But when they get this guy who has all these things, they can't. So this is why they leave them. So this, what I'm trying to tell you is, how to put this. Women don't, and we kind of allude to it earlier when we talked about, remember, they're looking for a bitch. or you said girlfriend, right?
Yeah,
You
they
know your
want the
words,
man
right?
to be their girlfriend at the same time.
Right, right. See what I'm saying? So what they're saying is, if they can't, a lot of these women feel that some women don't even want to eat. They can't stand men. Women can't stand men the way we think.
Don't like men, I guess.
No, but they're addicted to sex. They're addicted to money.
Are they?
Yes.
Or are they addicted
Yes.
to? Okay, they're addicted to sex using the
But,
toys.
right.
Because
So what they're
I
doing
was
is-
planning to open up a shop where I sell sex toys. I think I would make money.
Yeah. So they're addicted to sex. They're addicted to sex. So this is why they deal with men to get sex, money, and what? Now, the women who just want the sex and the money, these are the women who don't want the relationship. They don't want the marriage, right? They want the man, because women can't stand each other. They hate each other, right? And most women can't be lesbians because a lesbian can't give them that masculine sexual performance that they want. So they have to deal with men. They really don't like us, but because of their addiction, they'll deal with us. Now, so they give us some, then they charge us for it, right? You better pay my bills and all these things, right? To justify them having sex with us. Now, what happens with that, Boogie, is now she has a roster, right? She has 4 or 5 dudes, man, 4 or 5 different bills, but she might be only having sex with only one of them, right? Because she might be only attracted to him sexually. The other dudes, she just attracted them because they pay their bills, her bills. So now we have a situation now where we got all these women yelling out one thing, Boogie: money, 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 money. Right? But who has all the money? Men. Right? Men have all the money. So they're forced to do it. That's why the women say, I'm not wifey material. I'm not girlfriend material, but I'm a prostitute. Right? That's basically what she was saying, right?
But you know what?
We are,
I think that's a win for men. If women are not requiring men, if women
Right.
don't want marriage, that's a win for men,
Right.
because that means no divorce.
Right.
But also, women are willing to still give out sex. I think that's a win for men. Now, obviously,
Yes.
it's a win for a small majority of men, the men who are willing to
Mhm.
spend money on them. But
Right.
net, that's a win for men. Now, long term, it's going to win for the community, because obviously you're going to have a bunch of bastard kids. Because
Who cares?
you're having sex, a bunch of kids.
That doesn't matter.
You know what?
Them-
I don't think we're going to even have kids, because they're saying the birth rate is going down. That's because a bunch of pills and contraceptives. So it's going to be a net negative for the society. But I think it's going to be short-term win for men, because no divorce, no child support, you get to clap them cheeks and you go home in peace. So
It's a win. You're right. You're absolutely right. But here's the problem, Boogie. Boogie, let me say this again. You're absolutely 100% right. But here's the one problem we got to deal with as men. Most men are delusional.
they still want love. They're still
They
looking for the love.
still think that good woman is out there, Boogie. They think that she's
Yeah.
a needle in a freaking haystack. You got Ali, Aka Ali, Fatty, not Fatty, but Aka Ali, Ricky, all these dudes on these talk about do all these things, and there are some queens out. No, see, and this is why as men we can't really, as together as a unit, figure this thing out, because all of us have different, and most of us are delusional to the savageness that women are savage. They don't want to believe it. They want you. The first one I've been on the stream with. You're the first one I've been on the stream with said that women putting themselves in a prostitution form is a win for men. You're the first one outside of me that I've heard said that, right?
No,
because we don't have to deal with the baggage.
No, because at the end of the day, if men don't have to pay through divorce and don't have to pay
Right.
child support because women are not don't want to have kids either, it's that's men win, because let's be honest, when a man
Right.
walks up to a woman to approach her, there are two things he's thinking about. She's beautiful. When do I get to clap them cheeks? No man is thinking
Right.
about, oh, she's beautiful, I want to start a family with her. Oh, that comes after he falls in love, after he gets pussy whipped. That
But
comes later.
yes,
But no, so
yes.
the average man is looking at a woman on the street and saying, okay, she really looks good. You know what? She has a big old ass. I can't wait. That's what the average man sees.
But
So
but here's but so you're missing one part. You're missing one part. But you're right. You're right. You're missing one part though. And this is where the men are losing. The one woman that is like that, he thinks he can get her to love him for his personality and character.
yeah, that's where men need to wake up. So I think it would be better. We would have better relationships if both men and I think women know. Women know. Let me know, even. I think we would have better relationships if men knew that the relationship is never about love.
So
women know. That's what women are saying. I want to be a rich man, provide for me. Women know there's no love here. I know you want sex from me. So pay my bills. Women already know. That's why I say women are smarter than men when it comes to relationships, because women don't beat around the bush. Pay my bills, things like that. But men like to go around the bush. Oh no, it's not sex that I want. I just want to love you. No. Men need to be honest from the start that, hey, listen, I get it. I like you because you look good. I want to clap them cheeks. And then the woman will be like, okay, I like you too, but you got to pay my bills. If both people came on the table knowing exactly what they want from each other and be honest and don't try to use feelings and love and, oh my God, I can't wait to meet my queen and stay together for 50 years. If both people can be honest, I think we will have better relationships. But men, you like to be suckers for love. Oh my God, I need a woman who likes me for me. I need a woman to love me. I can't come on, man.
Yeah, we listen, we looking for a woman to take care of, but we don't want her to use us.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
We women look at us as a business acquisition.
Women,
that's the way
women
they
are
look at
smart.
us. Yeah, men, we're Disneyland. Now we do look at, like, there is as men we do look at women as sexual. We do objectify them, but here's the problem: post nut clarity. Then once the thing about men, when they had that post nut clarity, they got this is the one. She could have been ran a train on. She can have 500-600 bodies. She can whatever, right? He's going to cuff her, and she's going to destroy him. Men, for some strange reason, I don't get it. Even though, like you said, Boogie, you made a good point. Women are saying, hey, this is a business. It's not personal.
Mm-hmm. But men,
right? This is business. It's not personal.
I think it's
the men, they're trying to say, I want to get personal.
It's ego.
But we don't want to make it about business.
Men have ego. And obviously, once I post this video, you're going to see men who disagree with us, who still believe in love, because men have ego. I think as men, we just like to feel loved. You know how, even, for example, you may have a group of guys and a guy walks up to a girl, he gets a number, then he comes back and he feels he's the man. And the other men are uploading, oh my God, I can't believe you got her number. We look at that as if it's such an achievement because of the ego. Just getting a girl's number and then we celebrate. I mean, you feel me? So I think it's all best in ego.
Yeah.
Because we want to be able to tell our friends that, hey, listen, I have a girl who really loves me. Man, I know she's the one. All ego. We get wrapped up in our emotions.
Yes. Because we think, and then they'll sit there, right, and call another man a trick. But not even knowing that they're paying this woman's bills. They do all this for this one woman that they're gambling on, and they're really tricking on her, but they're delusional. Oh, that's my girl. But I said, you can't even bark orders in your own house. You can't come in there and tell her what to do.
Facts.
This is what Hamp was alluding to in his little, if you can't protect, if you can't correct, you can't protect. Right?
That's facts. I think if as men we all realize that, hey, listen, let's put this love shit aside. It's a business. It's
I've been to that.
You can call it whatever relationship you want to call it, but at the end of the day, she wants something from you. You want something from her.
Yes.
There's nothing for free.
Simple.
You know, and shout out to Coach CGA. He says this all the time. There is no free woman. I don't care who. I don't even the men who say, "Oh my God, she doesn't want me for my money, or she will go to Burger King with me." Yeah, but you're spending time with her, and also if you get her pregnant, then you will know that she's not free for sure.
And then you better be, yeah. And then you better be and in that case, you got to be a really good looking dude, number one, and you got to be excellent in the bedroom. Excellent. You can't be. You can't fall off on it.
Look at this. See that? Sounds like every man is a trick in some way. Because if you're going on dates, you're paying for dates. Are we gonna call that a trick? Yeah. If you're spending money, you're gonna be a trick. No woman is free. I don't know.
That's the gold digger.
I don't care if you take her on a walk. Eventually, her birthday is gonna come up. You're gonna have to buy her something. You're gonna put gas in your car to go see her. You're gonna have to pay for your phone bill to give her a call. No woman is free. If you don't want to spend money on a woman, you gotta have to stay single.
That's why with Eve and men talking about what's the quicker way to wealth, a nigga, if you stay single because you can save all your money.
Big boy is right. The moment any man realizes that dealing with a woman is business, at the foundation is business, it will all be so simple. I'm gonna be honest, but I think as men, we get locked into the whole thing of love. Oh my God, I want a woman who loves me for me. I can't wait to fall in love and wake up next to her and she calls me baby and I give her flowers and she says she loves me. Oh my God, the feelings.
Hey, Boogie, you know what it's called? Fall in love with the product. They fell in love with the product.
Crazy times, man. All right, let's see what these guys
I think it's okay for women to be self-aware enough to know that what they don't want and take the selfish route and get in a relationship just to not want to do the things that the relationship requires. But I mean, when you consider the cost of having a family, like personal sacrifices people do make for relationships, people have a lot of access to individual freedom. And it's like, once you get a taste of that, considering, especially for a woman being under a man, I can see how women would feel like the way that they can live their life would be restricted. But I think it's all perspective, really.
So what's the preference though? What do you think that the majority of the preference? Do you think that there's less women that actually want to operate? Like, what would you define a traditional relationship to be?
Well, when I hear traditional, I think of like, well, what do people mean by traditional? Traditional in the sense of your parents should be the one to get their daughter over. Traditional in the sense of
not that traditional.
I mean, in terms of gender roles, I think in terms of gender roles, I mean, like.
I think that, it is a traditional thing to listen to your man, let him be the leader, make the decisions, and pretty much kind of do what he says, but trust him what he tells you. I think a lot of women just don't trust men to be good leaders. But I don't know, to answer your question, Anton, I do not know what the majority of either is. I can say on the internet, there are a lot of videos of women that, come on and say that they don't want to be in a relationship. They're selfish. It's just not for them. But on the personal side, a lot of women that are married that want the traditional lifestyle, that want the house, the kids, the dog, and the white picket fence. So I can't say what's more or the other, but the internet will definitely warp people's mind to think one thing, one way. That's what I think.
Not people. I think it's women. I think the second woman with the Sharpie eyebrows, I think she was like kind of spot on and like with her transparency when she said like I'm not of any use to a man.
What
I
you
think
mean by
that's
that?
well. I mean, I think that's the running sentiment. I think she was just being like brutally honest, but I think that's like kind of like the running zeitgeist amongst the culture, where it's like women know that they're really not of any use to a man. Like what benefit?
But usually women think that they like, what I'm saying, like they're the prize. I've never seen a woman say that she's not the
Well, they're becoming self-aware, like like they're like. I mean, we're all seeing the same type of content.
She has
I
a
mean,
vagina. How could she be useless?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
She's always useful.
yeah. What do you
she
mean
said
by
she's
useless? What do you mean by useless?
You can never be useless with that between your legs. You can
Be
never
quiet
be
and fool and let Watch answer. Jesus.
No, he's right about
easily
that
be
part.
useless.
He's
You
right
can
about that
easily
part.
be
But she said she was useless. She says she's of no use to she's of no use to a man, and she's accepted it. Like she's probably not down to be agreeable. She said she literally broke it down like she's not agreeable. She's gonna ask questions. She's she's the anti of what a man
So you
wants.
don't
She
think-
realizes it. So I respect her actually for.
So you don't think that women in general are useless to men. You just recognize that women can recognize that they themselves are useless in a relationship.
Women in modernity.
I'm gonna
are
jump in and out, y'all, because I want to have Mimi up here too, but I'm gonna be jumping in and out.
Women in modernity
For
are
her
useless
word
to men.
that she said for herself was that she's useless. She specifically used that word. That wasn't him putting that word on her. She
What up, Mimi?
specifically said, "I'm useless to a man." My question when I see videos or people like that, I mean, do they have any other choice? Because
Hey, stop right there. Stop right there,
when
Boogie.
people basically admitting that
Stop
I'm
right
not a
there,
white.
Boogie. See, and a woman like that is very valuable to me. A woman
Why?
who says she's useless because she's been very transparent. Transparency to me is currency.
Mm.
Because too many times a lot of these women be pretending, right?
Oh, pretending that they like you.
Yeah. Oh, that they and all of them want the same shit, right? So the women who come out and say, I'm useless to men, I'm turning down relationship, I'm turning down men, she is doing men a favor.
Yeah, but you're still gonna find a man who's trying to change her and try to
No,
win
I
her
know
over,
that. I know that.
trying
I'm
to
not, yeah,
impress
you're
her.
right. But what I'm saying is, yeah, facts. What I'm saying is, what women are doing right now, Boogie, is they're doing men a favor by telling them the truth. And men can't accept it.
Yeah.
How can we not handle if she's saying I'm useless, I don't want to cook for you. I don't even want to hear your stupid ass jokes. I don't even matter of fact, I don't even want to hold your stupid ass hand. All I want is self-love. Why are we fighting? Why are we arguing with them?
Facts.
We're fighting with women, and on these panels, we're fighting with women telling us they want money.
They don't need
And all
us.
these other things. Yes. But we're saying to them,
You're right. You're wrong.
What do you bring to the table, right? Because and this is a stupid ass argument. Why are we arguing if they saying this? Okay, cool, boo. And to me, Boogie, that's cool. I'm cool with that because now I know how I gotta come. If I want something from her, this is how I'm going to move. And I appreciate that.
I think that's because men have been conditioned for so long. I believe, back in the day, let's say 60 years ago, right? When a boy was coming up, they had the uncles and fathers, and they had a village of men literally teaching him how to move with women. But now the only way, and obviously thank God for social media, but even to this day, if most men are growing up in single mother households, no one is teaching them how to move around women. That's number one. Number two, sounds like by the time a man realizes the mistakes he has made with women, first of all, he has to experience heartbreaks and all those things. But by the time a man realizes the mistakes he has made with a woman or with women, it's either through divorce and then seeing how other men have been going through the same shit. And then number two, he's probably on child support. It's too late. Okay, you've learned your lesson, but you're down bad now. So that's why maybe it's really hard for men to listen to what women are saying. A woman will say, I don't need a man, but he should still pay my bills. I don't want to be a wife. And then you'll find a man who's still trying to propose because we've been conditioned to be in love, to look for the queen, and it's just
Yeah.
that's my point.
And-
That's my opinion.
And yes, and then your point when you say women are saying the reason why the women are saying what they're saying about paying their bills and stuff, because niggas keep begging them. They keep begging to be in their presence. Like you said, we keep arguing them. Well, you know, you need a man. Oh, you know, we built the structures. So you can walk around. We got the guns. We this, we that, we this, we that, we this. So okay, pay my bills, then, nigga. Since you want to beg to be in my life, pay my bills. And see, we I don't blame them. If niggas is on their knees, please boo, honey chumps.
Yeah,
you know
some
you
guys
need
are literally begging to pay bills.
98% of dudes on these spaces are really begging women, because that's what the whole conflict is
change.
about, right? The conflict is the men want the women to go back to being traditional.
It's not happening. And
Right.
listen, Miss Mariam literally said it, and she's married. Let me show you, because you know some of these guys sometimes think women don't know. She literally said it. What? Yeah, right here. She said it. Modern women won't change. That's not happening. And she's a married woman saying this,
Yeah.
but men still won't believe her.
And look, why should they have to change when men are throwing themselves at them every day?
Exactly. I wouldn't change either. And I've said that before. If from the time I was 18, women were literally throwing themselves at me, I would probably be as entitled, as narcissistic as they come. I would probably, my shit. I mean, I would be the shit, pretty much. If women were throwing themselves at me in my DMs, taking me out for free food dinner dates, I would probably have a big head like women, to be honest. So I understand where they're coming from.
Well, I have women who do that to me, right? But they're still looking for things, right?
Yeah,
And
but the difference is,
yeah,
but imagine they're trying to pay your bills. Imagine they're trying to pay your phone bill. They're sending you random cash apps. They're trying to fly you out. Imagine that times 10. That would be like on steroids. That you wouldn't be here with me. You'd probably be out on a free dinner date tonight. You feel me? Like,
well, I do that
that's
anyway.
what
But
average woman goes
but
through.
I would agree with you that if they were to start doing that, yeah, we would definitely take that deal.
Yeah, like I had a coworker. She showed me her phone, one of her dating app. She literally had 500 messages, and she was asking me to help her choose out which guy she can go on a date with this Saturday. She was like, all these guys are saying the same shit. Can you help me? Can you look? You're a man. Can you help me look at all these guys who are sending me messages? Who do you think I should go out with? 500 messages on Facebook dating, because it shows you 500 messages. In my head, I was thinking, how are you? You feel me? We're talking about a single mom. She has kids in her photos. She had 500 messages on her dating app. How?
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah, men are literally throwing themselves at women. I mean, men are so easy. Like, I got girls that I deal with, right? And they'll tell me, oh, this guy saw me hug you, and he was like, why are you hugging him? And I told him, because that's my friend, And they're like, well, I want to be the only one. Like, men are we're obsessed with these women that, hey, changing.
Shiesty has been talking crazy in the chat. First of all, Shiesty, you can pull up.
Oh, that's Shiesty? Oh, yeah, that's the Shiesty queen, right? She's a gold digger, no doubt.
I'm not jealous, Shiesty. I'm not jealous. I'm just speaking about the realities of life. I'm not jealous. I'm just saying, if I was a woman, I would understand. If I had women throwing themselves at me, I do understand why women, try to become entitled, because they get approached and they have so many options. That's all I was saying. That's the fact. I'm not jealous. I mean, I'm not jealous. I don't want to be a woman.
I think, Shiesty Bum, we as men, and for clarification, we don't mind being providers. We don't mind doing those things. It's just that.
What's the return on investment? That's all.
Yeah, the return on the investment and the respect, which is the respect which we demand as men, is just not there anymore. So He's not jealous. We're definitely not jealous because we get money. We make money, right? We're not the one begging women for money because we already got it. So
actually, I don't know if you know AMS. One time he said, for the average man who's begging women, if you gave him $10 million, if you give the average man $10 million cash, he would change his whole aura. In other words, the whole I'm trying to be in love, he would be looking to have a bunch of women. So in other words, he said that one of the reasons the average man falls in love easy is because he doesn't have money to actually have access to multiple women. Because you're not going to be falling in love if you have all these women, but want you because you get the money.
what you saying? So what you saying? If you give men money,
Yeah, so if you got an average man and you gave him $10 million, he wouldn't be in love anymore with the so-called woman he's in love with. He's saying most men are in love because that's all they can get. That's the only woman he can get. So he's going to be in love with her because he doesn't have the money to attract other women or multiple women.
I see dudes with lots of money falling for these women, these rappers, Blueface, Chris. I don't know. I think men that fall in love.
Yeah, but they still have multiple women.
We're actually opposite of women, right? So men are opposite of women, right? Women are the type that get money and they leave everybody behind. Men, when they get money, they take a woman out the mud and you know what I mean, and put clothes on her back, do all these things. So men still fall in love where they have money, and now it doesn't matter how much money, because men think women are necessity.
So I think what you were saying, that a man is not truly in love until he has the options of multiple women. Meaning most men who fall in love only fall in love because that's the only woman they can get. So they have no option. They have no. So in other words, until you have lots of money to attract enough women, then if you fall in love, okay, it's real. But the same way most men get married out of convenience because the woman asked them, they had no option. You feel me? That if a man has money and decides to fall in love, okay, maybe it's really genuine. He has plenty of women that want him, but he chose to stay with this woman. But an average man, or a broke man for that matter, if he chooses one woman or he's in love, try to give him 10 million and send him to Las Vegas. Let's see how much he's going to be in love then.
I don't know, man. I know Tom Brady, Clayton Kershaw, them dudes are faithful. I don't know, man. Depends on the guy, right? You get these football players, Tom Brady had a lot of money. He got married and was totally faithful. And he had hundreds of millions
out there for sure. But the average man, we know the average man wants multiple women. Can we agree on that?
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
So now give the average man $10 million.
Yeah.
Is the first thing gonna do? Is he gonna get married? Or is he gonna try to do his thing and maybe later on decide to settle down? That's all I'm saying. That the average man,
I don't know, because here's the only thing I'm thinking.
Bodies he sees, he's gonna slide in their DMs to try to fly them out. Because now he has the money, he has the means.
I don't think that matters. Because men without money, so no, because there's men who got it like that, don't need money to get it like that. They can be an average earner, still be dealing with multiple women. So most average men who do go take that deal is because it's what their ideology is. So I believe just by the numbers, if you look at the men that get rich after coming from nothing, if they're married, they're less likely to divorce their wife.
Or if they got married before they were before they got the money.
Yes. So you can imagine, because see, the thing about men, most men hate to be used by women.
Do they?
Like, yeah.
I don't know.
Large, yeah, they do. The want to get it's how I want to say this, because you have a good point, right? You have a good point as far as will a guy, maybe if he get 10 million, will he maybe cheat?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He may not be his woman.
Yeah, because temptation. Yeah.
Because remember, when a man has money, women are going to throw themselves at him. He doesn't have to really always approach. Once they find out he has money, they're going to do their thing. They're going to try to talk to him. And they're going to be good-looking women.
Okay, so I'm going to give you, you're right. So I'm going to give you the victory on the right of that course, right? But the difference is he still won't leave his wife.
I agree. He doesn't have to. I'm just saying. But how much does he?
Which means is men. So he won't leave his wife, even though he goes. He might have sex with all these other women, but he'll still come on to her, especially if she have his kids. So therefore, she would end up leaving him for sure.
But I believe that the average man settles down or gets into a relationship or gets into marriage because he wants access to consistent sex, not because he actually loves a woman. So I don't believe that the average man has enough access to multiple women not to want to settle down. Because if we think about it, the average woman will tell the average man, you have to settle down with me. You have to be faithful to me. You have to marry me in order to continue to have, consistent sex. So that's why I'm saying the average man only gets into a committed relationship out of necessity. Usually women use that as, what do they call it? When they put the ultimatum on the man.
So this is why I think I got it. I think I figured it out. So, the stats is if you're in a relationship or you're married, that's like considered status. And women chase you, women are drawn to you even more, even if you don't have a lot of money. That's the consensus. That women are attracted to married men who are in relationships more than they are single men. So you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is these men still got these options now. And they won't leave, right? They still have options because when you're married, other women around, they chase after these men. That's to women, being married to women on the outside of status. It's like a form of status. So, right? You get what I'm saying? The man still has all the options. Even if he's not the 10 million. You minus the 10 million, and let's say he makes $50K a year, right? But he's married to a beautiful woman. He's going to have women are going to be after him like that. They want him. See what I'm saying? And he's still going to turn him down most of the time because he loves his wife. So you can put the 10 million in there and he's still going to be the same guy because even with the 10 million, he's only going to, the options are already there. They might double. I'll give you that. They might double and triple. But the point is, these men who are married or in relationships have options galore anyway.
You think so?
See, women love.
So you're saying that if we line up 10 average men, 50,000 a year,
right?
Right, 5, 7, 5, 8,
right?
That they are married because they're in love, or they're married because that's who could give them a chance, and they're married because
they're
an ultimatum.
They're married because they're in love, right? And then as soon as they get married, they gain their options double and triple. Even when they get married, that is status. That's why I tell you, don't wear your wedding ring. Right? If you wear your wedding ring, women will come to you. Like they will be drawn to you. So it don't matter the money. She doesn't know if you got 10 million or not. She just knows, man, she knows that if women, when they see married men, that is a form of status, and they're attracted to that. So what I'm saying is married men and men in relationships, especially if their mate is attractive, will always draw competition, no matter what.
Yeah, but how many average men who are married that have attractive women? We're talking about 8, 9, or 10.
So, but even if let's say he's married to a 5, right? He's gonna attract 5, 6, and 7, and sometimes 8s. That's an upgrade, right?
I agree. I mean, because women always want the man that's taken because they want. They're wondering, okay, what is he doing? He should probably do that for me.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So it don't matter if you put 10 million in or not. Men, once they marry or get in a relationship, are highly sought after. That's like status.
I agree with that part, but my point is, before when the average, because again, I keep saying referencing the average guy.
Yeah.
He didn't have those women chasing after him before he got married.
Yes, he
Or
did.
before
Yes, he did.
So you're saying,
Now, yeah.
so you're saying the average man has it easy out here?
Yes. Yes.
I
Women
don't
love
think
married men.
Then-
Women.
Huh?
Listen, men want married
No,
men.
the
more than
average
they want
single
women.
man. Because you're talking about
Yes.
after marriage. I'm talking about before
I'm
he
talking
gets
about
married.
average.
Huh?
No, okay, so are you talking before he get married?
Yeah. No, the average single man today. Are you saying he has
The
it
average
easy in
single
dating
man.
or
Oh yeah, of course. He said he gonna hit everything moving when he get rich. Of course, because he's not getting if he's most average men don't got access to it like that. So if he gets 10 million, yeah, he's gonna run to the town. But
Yeah,
you said married, they were married with their woman. But now if
No,
you're
but
talking
that's
about
why
single,
it
yeah, that's
goes
different.
back to. That's why I keep going back to the fact that if we know that when he was single, the average man wasn't having options of women like that, which means the first chance he gets at a woman, he's just gonna want to lock her down because he wants the consistent sex. On top of her giving him the ultimatum. Because listen, look at this. We know when a man goes on dates, let's say a man goes on 10 dates, he will be lucky if he hits one of them, they're going to use it for food. Oh, it's not me, it's not you. Some of them are going to ghost him. So the man has to go on at least 20 dates for one woman to give him a chance.
Yeah.
So if he's going on 20 dates and he needs one, he finally locks up and gets one who likes him in quotes and finally gives him some sex. He's gonna try to lock her down because he's tired of paying for free dinner dates.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Let's say he spends $100 on each date. He goes on 20
Mhm.
dates. Some women even string him along and they tell him, "Oh, we should wait 90 days and things like that." So he goes on multiple dates with with women, spending $100 a date. That's a lot of money. So by the time he gets a woman who says yes, he's gonna lock her down like ASAP.
Yeah.
Because if he was getting women like that, he wouldn't need to do 20 dates, number one. And then number two, if he has 2-3 rotation of women giving him punani, he doesn't need to lock one down ASAP.
Mhm. Okay. So if you take that, yeah, you're right. On the single man, you're talking about a single man, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's
And
what
he's
I'm saying.
average.
I don't think the average single
And
man
he's
out there
average.
is
And
having
also
it easy.
he's average. Yeah, they're single man is fucking dust if they're average.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Once he locks down one, it's not because he really likes her
But
or he's in
here's-
love like that. He
but
may
here's
even
the-
be
but
in love because that's the only thing he can get. We have to
So
talk
here's
about
the but okay, so cool. Now let's look at it like this. Let's say you give that average man, right, who doesn't have access like that, 10 million, he still won't have the access like that either. Right? He'd still be, let me tell you why. Because the only thing he's attracted to him is those who take all what he has, right? So he's still going to be lonely at the end of the day. Plus, you got to remember, I know women, Boogie, who've turned down $10,000, $20,000 because they don't want to do. So
that's true.
Women they don't.
That's
women.
true, but out of 10 women, how many turn that down?
If you're just going on a prostitution level, he gets as many women he like. But if he's looking for something genuine, and $10 million won't change that. See what I'm saying? $10 million won't change it. He
Yeah,
still be
but
going on.
That's a
100
small percentage. Because even the
No, I'm just saying,
women even the genuine women want to
Yeah.
provide a man. So
Yeah, but they want. They still want. There's men with money that can't get coochie.
I agree.
Okay,
And
this
those are
guy
dumb
got.
men. Those are dumb men. Because if
Well,
any
no,
man
no,
should
it
get
ain't. No,
Gucci,
it-
it should be the man with money. Because at least you can buy.
So but now they can. Well, most men like that, right, Boogie? You know these men like me. These men want to be genuine. They want something genuine. They just don't. A lot of these men, we just had a conversation how men are delusional about women.
Genuine
Right?
is in movies.
I know, we know it, but we know that. Me and you know this, right? But these men don't know that. They think they got this nice Mercedes Benz. They wear a suit tie. They're very, and you know what I mean? They think that, okay, I'm the perfect husband. right? They think, and they get out here, they don't want to go get the prostitutes because then they're like, you know what I'm saying? That's why body count, this is why I had the conversation about body count, right? So they're looking for this woman that doesn't exist. The same like the women are looking for these men that don't exist, right? They're both, but this the men they're looking for an angelic woman who's not going to want their money, who's not going to want her, you know, she's not going to switch up on him. She loves him because of his character, morality, right? These men are looking for these women. So these dudes are still going to struggle, right? And they're still going, and any woman that gives them that's halfway attractive, they're going to lock them down, Boogie. They're going to lock them down, like you said. And they're going to be, and they can have like $100 million.
Yeah, but I think a delusional woman has a higher chance of running to a millionaire more than an average man running to a genuine woman.
Yeah, facts. I agree with you on that. 100%.
Because we know she can be genuine.
Yeah.
First of all, I believe a delusional woman would find a millionaire man before a man runs into a genuine woman.
Facts. I agree 100% on that, Boogie. You're not gonna get no pushback on me on that.
So
that's not even a dispute in my. I know that ain't no genuine women out there.
So you know,
but you better go tell kind of Ali that. Don't tell Ali that, man. Ali swear they out there.
I did already. I told them they're no good women. They almost came for my neck.
Yeah, I know. I seen it. Boogie, I seen the episode, Boogie. I seen the episode when
I had to stand 10 toes down. They couldn't. And when I did ask them where the good women are, they couldn't say a word. But that was a fun panel. That was fun. That was crazy. Anyway, man, I appreciate you for pulling up on me. You know, this was great. I think actually I may do another live stream tomorrow, but it will probably be maybe an hour and a half around the same time if you're interested to join. But I think I'll be back tomorrow. Shout out to everybody who joined us, man.
Shout out. Thank y'all for coming to support the channel.
Yeah, man.
Support the Boogie, man.
Yeah, I see. What your channel name is different, right? It's
no, it's Ruthless Truth.
Oh, yeah, guys.
70.
Hold on.
Ruthless
guys,
7
go
is
to Ruthless, just Ruthless on YouTube, right?
It's Ruthless Truth 7013.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me put your link down below here. Let me just post your link. YouTube. You said Ruthless. You said Ruthless. Say the whole thing again.
Ruthless Truth 7013.
$7013.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see you. All right, let me just put your link down below.
All right, Boogie. I'll see you next time.
All right.
Great show. Enjoy talking to you. It's my first time meeting you officially. I've seen you on panels. I'm sure you've seen me.
Yeah,
So,
I do appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. So we'll be back again. What do you do? Live streams? I can always pull up on you.
yeah. I do live pretty much every day. I didn't do one today. I'm gonna do one later on tonight though, like 6 o'clock. So yeah, I do.
Are you on the West?
Yeah, West Coast.
Oh, okay.
California.
Okay. Oh, I'm all the way on the East. We're like 6,000 miles apart. I mean,
What? Where you at? New York?
No, I'm in Boston.
Oh, okay. Same. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like all the way.
Yeah, I know.
Different cost all the way.
So
Yeah, Miss Miriam just said she's just subscribed to your.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you for the subscription.
Yeah. All right, guys. Always appreciate
right.
your support. Till next time. Peace.